Hey everybody, today I'm finally going to do a video on Solutions Navigator. So Solutions Navigator is a website tool that Johnson has for their signed up Johnson employees and contractors, right? So if you officially sign up with the distributor to buy Johnson Controls FX Facility Explorer, you get um, access to this facility navigator page. Johnson thinks it's the greatest thing ever. My boss thinks it's the greatest thing ever. I think it's okay. It has its place. It can do some things, but it's not the greatest thing since sliced bread. So here's kind of an overview of what mine looks like. Yours may look different. There's a customized layout. I can have favorites. Um, all this other stuff. I don't need order history tracking, but I do need projects, right? So today, let's just talk about the projects part of it. What you could do is it helps you estimate a project. So let's go through that. We're going to create a new project. We're going to call it home project. And it's going to be a controls project. It's an engineering phase and it's active. Create project. All right. So now we get to this lovely page. You can put in all this information if you want to. It's not required. What we care about is if we go to project settings, we can set up some stuff that'll help us out. Okay, so here's entering coil temperature. We don't care really about that. VAVs, yeah, we don't care about that. So nothing really for us to do here. Controls. So family of controls. So if you like globe valves, you can click globe valves, ball valves, whatever. Um, you can set frequency, voltage, stuff like this. So this is page is kind of where you want to do. So three-way valves, obviously, if you're doing two-way valves here. Now the downside to this is it's only going to give you Johnson products, right? I'm a huge fan of the Blemo valves. I like the orange. You get a 5-year warranty. The sizing is really easy on there. You go to the Blemo's website, Blemo Select Pro, and you can find the size that you're looking for. Johnson doesn't have this on here, so it's kind of frustrating. But controller, if we're doing a display, controller mounted or face mounted, so you can kind of preset some of your stuff if you want to. Again, you don't have to. So we'll just go into the estimate details, the fun part of this guy. Okay, so here's my job. Right now I don't have anything in it. So what I have to do is I have to go to systems and I have to add a system. So let's just start with the top and work our way down, right? Let's say we have a rooftop or an air handler or something, right? So choose air handler. I'll choose mix zone single duct. Where's mix zone single duct? Right here. Right. Start configuration. Now this looks like the same questions as CCT, and it is, because it's going to build a CAF file for you. So the same thing you do in CCT, you come down here and check all your little boxes. So we're going to say this is a VAV unit, whatever. I'm just going to leave the whatever's checked, okay? Again, you can change it however you want. Actually, I'm going to take out preheat because, again, I'm in Texas and we don't really have preheat. So there you go. Chill water valve. I'm gonna take off 3-way. I'm gonna keep it 2-way. So I do want to change up a little stuff here. There. Cool. Pump. Reheat. Sure. That. And that's it. Okay. So what that does for you is it creates a sequence of operations based on what you pick over here. And that does change. So if we add, watch me add preheat back in there. I add preheat, and preheat's gonna come back over here. Preheat right here. I take off preheat, and preheat goes away. Okay, so it goes based on what you select over here. Now there's no changing this here, but it's gonna give you a Word document. So if you don't like the way something is, then you can take it off that Word document. There is other boxes here. Control. So this is basically that second page, and then controller options. So it's going to ask you nickel or platinum. So it doesn't give you that 10K for y'all that like the 10K sensor. It only gives you the nickel platinum here. Not a big deal. Again, y'all can switch that in CCT when you get the file. And then it asks you what kind of controller you want, and if you want a panel or no panel. This is a standard built panel by Johnson Controls if you choose this option. So, and with display, choose that. And if you had some miscellaneous points, you can add them here. Okay, just letting you know. And what you get with this is you get the system documentation, the sequence of operation. You'll get a Visio drawing. It's not the greatest in the world, but it's a starting place. Okay, so the drawing's gonna look like this right here. Okay, and if you have Visio, you can change it. If you don't have Visio, you can actually download this as a PDF right now. File PDF. Let's put it in picture. No, let's put it in C D drive. Save, and then we'll go and look and see what that does. So on my D drive, file, boom. So I got a PDF. So if you have a PDF editor, boom, you can change it in your PDF editor. But it will give you a Visio drawing later if you don't like that. Gives you a bill of material list. Okay, again, it's all Johnson parts. It gives you a points list. It'll give you this point list in an Excel file at the end. I'll show you how to do this. And it lets you know what you have controller wise. So it shows the 9090 for us. And here's the unused. Here's what we're using. And here's the unused. So we'll have 4 UIs left over. We'll have 2 universal outputs left over, 2 binaries left over, outputs. Okay, good. So when we're done with that, we can name it. I'm just going to leave it AHU. We can tell it how many we have. So we can say we have 2 of these. Save. Okay. So let's return, show you what that did. So now look, we have this AHU2 over here. So if we go over here, we go to products, and anything in green is good. Everything in orange is a budgeted number. It means you have to click on there and you have to go and check what it is. It doesn't know what size valves you need, right? It doesn't know what size actuator you have. It just kind of picked a random one for you. So you're gonna have to go and edit that, and then go in here if you're choosing Johnson Controls. You go in here and choose the valve that you want. Right here, 2-inch. We're in a 1.5 with a 49 CV. We'll choose this one, full port. So should be able to choose this one. Boom, save product, continue. Okay, so now that yellow turned green, right? We do the same thing there. Again, that's choosing Johnson for you, not choosing anything else. That helps with the material list at the end of it. Now, if you didn't want, if you're going to order Blimo, you can turn that off. We can turn that off. And then it's going to take that out of that material list for us. Okay. And we'll say we're using a Blimo actuator too. So we can take those things out. And it's going to take it off that material list for us. So I'm going to leave those off for a reason here. And let's go back over here to our home and let's add more systems. Let's add some VAVs because we got air handlers, we don't have VAVs. So do VAV single duct right here, start configuration. And what do we got here? Integrator actuator, yes. Coil, box heating, sure. Let's make a fan power boxes. Fan power box, parallel with a fan status, with electric heat, 2-stage, sure. Boom. Discharge air. We can choose white or black sensors here. So Johnson does make a black wall stat now. Back when I worked there, they didn't, and I had to get mine painted at Earl Scheib. So we got common set point adjust. So all our normal questions. Here's our second page. And then controller options, again, the nickel or platinum. And then if we had some extra inputs or outputs, we could put that on there. So all that looks good to us. Again, it makes the same drawing, makes the same system of sequence of operation. Again, not the fanciest drawing in the world, but it's something's better than nothing, right? Points list, controller hardware. So here we're going to say we got 10 of these. Save. All right, and we're going to return to the estimate details. And for the sake of time, that's the only systems I'm going to do. Obviously, you get the hang of it. If we add a chiller, we just add a system. If we had different types of air handlers, we can add a system for every different type. Just give it a different name, and boom. So that builds it out. What's that do for us? Well, if you have the right settings on here, we can come over here and do an estimate summary, controls list, and it'll give you an estimate of the controls, right? But you have to be set up a certain way to do that. And then you would take, this would be your controls amount based on everything that is in green that is highlighted there. Okay. So if it's not highlighted, it's not accounting for it. So if we go and bring everything, go back to that estimate summary, see the dollar amount changed. Went up to 6,000. This went up to that. So be careful because it breaks it down for you here. Valves, controllers, and other devices. So here's sell price. It's adding in freight for you here. You can adjust that, it looks like. It's adding in a tax here for you. It's adding in a margin here for you. So if you're trying to get 25% margin, they're telling you need to charge your customer 19, right? So you play with this number right here. But then it's just saying your cost is this guy right here plus all this. Okay, so that can help you out. All right, now the fun stuff here. Let's go to project documents, and this is where it's going to create everything for you. Hold on, right here. Okay. So we're going to go to create documents. Click that button. And here's everything for you. Okay. There's over 4 pages of stuff for you. So bill of materials, again, here's a bill of material, Excel spreadsheet, a PDF, damper schedule, list of parts, a whole bunch of stuff, right? So let's keep clicking through here. Product literature. Let's download the middle. Let me go. Let me go back here. Let's get the bill of material schedule. Let's get the product, the mini literature. That's going to help you out in your submittal process. Cover sheet, if you want a cover sheet, do it. Okay, all right, so here's our drawings, Visio drawings, Visio drawings. Let's see, system, points list. I'm gonna hit all this. The AV drawings. I'm gonna show you, it's not the greatest in the world, but again, something's better than nothing. Okay, now let me download it. Okay, it's downloading all the stuff right now. It only downloaded the points list right now. Give me a second. As soon as it turns green here, we can download it. Fresh. Second page. It's almost there. Let's change that to 25. I should put it all on one page. And it did. Again, just waiting for all these to turn green. That means it's ready for download. Almost. Two things. Waiting on two things. Waiting on one thing. Finally. Okay, now I can actually download them. Then it's jacked up. Okay, downloaded bill of materials. Don't tell me I have to download one of these. Oh, somebody. Got to be kidding me. All this should have downloaded to my downloads. And it didn't. Look like there's possibly update or something. Let me do this one at a time. Show you what you're gonna get. All right, that's about all I got the patience for. So here's what we got. We got a bill of material. Let me open that bill of material. Here it is. Obviously in Excel form. That's great because now you can come in here and edit it with whatever you want to edit it, right? So good news there. Visio. Remember, here's the flow layout. You got Visio. Boom. Let me show you a little neat trick. Down here, Johnson has this little widget in here. So if you click on this and right click, you can hit properties and you can fill all this out, and it fills out all this little information in here for you. Nice little thing they got going for you. But maybe that makes up for the lack of what it looks like here. Here's the sequence and bill of material on a Visio sheet for you. Let's see. Oh, here's that sequence of operation for you in a Word document. So if you didn't like the way something was, you can change this Word document. Obviously, if you know, been working with Visio enough, you know how to add those in. Here's your points. Wow, that's not the point schedule, that's just the points. So here's the point schedule. You're going to need that. This is what you want to give to your installers or whoever's terminating it. It shows you input 1 is the discharge air, input 2 is the pressure, mixed air temp, fan status, low temp alarm, fan command, fan output. So this is kind of nice and neat to print out, put in the panel. That way the next guy that comes and works on it knows what it is. So that's a little helpful. So that is Solution Navigator for you. I'll do some more videos on it. It's not really something I promote. Like I said, Johnson thinks it's the greatest thing since sliced bread, and they got some other people thinking that as well. So let me know what you think.